How to create AI video ads using Google Veo 3. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys step by step on how you can create amazing ads using Veo 3. So let's get started. To get started, head on over to deepmind.google and then click on Try and Flow to get started with Veo 3. Now I prefer using Veo 3 in Flow simply because it's a lot easier, but you can also use this in Gemini. Click on Create with Flow and you will be led to Google Labs. Now over here, you are going to have to log on to your Google account and you do need an AI subscription for this. You can get your first month free for the Google AI Pro subscription, and after that, it's only $19.99. Now to get started with building our ads, we're going to click on New Project. Once you click on New Project over here, you have two options, text to video and frames to video. Now over here, this is really important to select because if you have a physical product that has a certain shape, for example, a lip product or a t-shirt or anything that physically exists, then you want to go into frames to video and you want to upload a picture of your product and then ask the prompt to put the product on a model or something along those lines. However, if you do not have a physical product, let's say you're selling your consultancy, you're selling some type of service, then you can just go with text to video if you do not have a specific physical product. Then from the right side of the prompt builder, you're going to select your model. So Veo 2 is going to take 10 credits, Veo 3 Fast takes 20, and then the quality versions of both take 100 credits. After that, you choose the number of outputs. The more outputs you generate, the more credits will be consumed. So you can choose however many, outputs you want. I'm going to go with 3 outputs for now, okay? After that, we are going to proceed with our ad. Now, there are some guidelines I would, recommend to you guys. Starting off, this is a sample prompt that I have created. So I have defined the visuals, the script, as well as the on-screen text. Now, I like to usually just specify what type of subject is going to be performing my ad. So I want to get started with a editor and I want to promote my own editing tool, editing AI that I might have created. So what I'm going to do is I want to make it a selfie ad or a selfie ad from a content creator or video editor. Now from here, I'm going to start including elements from my, template prompt, a cluttered editing timeline, confused creator, and I'm going to just add the first line here. After that, I want the content creator to talk about LilyVid, which is the name of my tool. So I want the transition and quick flashes of performance, insight, growth, statuses, AI suggestions. And then I want this and the script or voiceover stuck with editing for hours, meet LilyVids, AI that edits, analyzes, and helps you grow. Now, I think this is good enough because it's only going to be creating 8 seconds of content. Now, you can break this down if you want this to be in a bit more detail. You can break this down in half of the prompt now and then half later. But I'm going to leave it at that and I'm going to wait for the 3 variations of my ad to be created. So right now, 2 variations have been created and I'll show you guys what they look like.
Stuck editing smart. Stuck editing.
Now I have the 3rd variation as well. Now, all 3 of these are pretty amazing. I do want something that sounds and looks a bit more organic. So the way that I can do that is I can go back into my prompt creator and I want to generate a video where a selfie ad where an influencer is talking to the camera saying, and I'm going to define what the person is saying. I spend so much time editing, but after using LilyVid, I've saved hours. Now, I'm not going to make this too long because I do want it to be pretty high quality. So I'm going to put in my prompt again, and again I have opted for 3 different variations. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I haven't defined what type of influencer this is going to be. I haven't provided a lot of detail on that, and that is actually going to give me the opportunity within the multiple outputs to see what type of influencer I'm going to like better, because it's going to give me 3 different variations of the same thing. As you guys can see, even in this particular prompt, it gave me 3 different kinds of people and 3 different variations or 3 different spin-offs of the same thing. So right now the first video has been created and let's take a look at what it looks like. And let's take a look at the 3rd variation.
much time editing.
Now, I personally like the first variation the most. Now, what I can do is that I can click on Add to Scene on the top left. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the plus icon and then click on Extend. After this, I'm just going to define what happens next. So the influencer, she says, now I'll show you guys the power of LilyVid. Screen cuts to a laptop where there are a bunch of editing tools, AI suggestions, and metrics. And now I'm going to select my model, which is going to be the Veo 3 model. And then I'm going to be using only one particular output for this. Veo 3 fast, one output, and then just click on over here. And now it has created the extension of our video. So let's take a look. And you guys can see now the screen switches to a laptop, where now after that the screen switches to a laptop showing the metrics. Obviously you can further define what it should be showing in the next scene, and you're able to actually create longer ads. And you have no idea how much these types of ads by influencers actually cost, where you can now create them in Veo 3 completely for free. Now, if you want to get started, I do recommend the AI Pro plan. It gives you access to 1,000 credits. But if you go with the AI Ultra for $250 every month, you are able to create almost unlimited videos because you get access to 12,500 monthly AI credits. Now, moving forward, another type of AI video ad that I really like to create is this very genuine influencer ad. And usually I like to create this in a vertical format, so you guys can see we have this type of video where, you know, the person is displaying a product or is just talking to the screen, but it looks very genuine. If you come across this on any type of social media platform, then you're easily going to view it as just content rather than being content from AI. So if you want to create this type of ad from Veo 3 for whatever product you might have, whatever service you might have, simply type in your prompt as you regularly would. For example, again, I have Lily Edit as my software tool. So a influencer, a female white influencer in her 20s, talking to the camera about how amazing LilyVids is, or Lily Edits. Lily Edit AI is for video editing, and how it saves her a lot of time. And now after that, again, because we want speech in this, we're going to go with the V3 model. Once we select the V3 model, I'm going to be using two outputs. Then I'm just going to leave it to be created, and I'll show you guys what the end result looks like. Now, this is what the first result has created. This is again a horizontal video, but it is a pretty genuine video. And again, viewing these types of videos, I would not be able to distinguish. It does have some amazing audio. It's pretty realistic. And so you guys can see it is an amazing video that can be used easily in any type of advert that you are running. Now, let's take a look at the other output. Now, this is a major part of using Flow. And whenever you're using Veo 3, sometimes it's going to create different results from the original prompt, because you guys can see the same prompt can result in different types of output. So you do have to keep that in consideration, and you can play around with your prompt until you have refined your prompt. Once your prompt has been refined, then you can further proceed. Now, the best thing about both of these is that if I were to actually view this vertically, this could easily be used vertically as well. So if you have Instagram ads or if you have TikTok short ads, you can easily use that in those formats as well. So this is how you can create adverts. Now, if you want to specifically enter your logo or display your logo within your advert, then simply change from text to video to frames to video. Once you go to frames to video, go into the final frame and upload your logo into the final frame. When you have your logo entered in your final frame, this allows you to add the logo anywhere within the video that you're generating. So I hope you guys found these tips and tricks for building amazing AI video ads helpful. If you guys did find it helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions or any queries, you guys can leave those in the comments down below. I would love to know what you guys have to say, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.